Hello, this is Healing in Reach. This is another reading for the sign of Taurus, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising sign. And this channel is dedicated to bringing guided meditations for your own self-love and self-knowledge, and also guided messages through oracle cards and tarot cards. So this will be for the month of May. It's a little bit late, but the whole month of May for the sign of Taurus. You can follow me now on Instagram and Facebook. The links will be below, and I'm also available for private tarot readings and also tarot readings plus distance healing sessions included. So those two sessions, depending on what you would like, are linked below. So please take a look if you're interested in that. So we'll begin for you, Taurus, with an oracle card. I've already shuffled this deck quite a bit, but we're going to bring in the intention. What healing messages are coming forward for Taurus in the month of May? Overall healing messages for the sign of Taurus in the month of May. Overall healing messages for the sign of Taurus in the month of May. We got goodwill. The stone connected with that is ocean jasper, and the goddess is Gaia, which is the earth goddess. You are an earth sign, Taurus, which I'm sure most of you know. It's a very earthy sign, and then also Venus being your ruler, and in the tarot deck, the Empress is very often connected with earthly maternal energies, which we often associate with Gaia. So it says, we bring you the empowerment of goodwill. There is a type of spiritual power you can co-create, which benefits and protects you whilst mutually empowering others to take their journey and experience divine success. The spiritual power known as goodwill is generated by how you feel inside and the attitude you cultivate towards others. When you know you have value, it is easy to recognize the value in another. When you feel encouraged by the universe, it is easy to encourage others. As you put out support, encouragement, and goodwill for the success of all beings, this energy is amplified and returned to you. Yeah, so that was definitely the feeling as I looked into this card, that there was a give and take. There was very much like an input and an output in the way that that wheel is turning those two little side discs on the side here. There's a little bit of a glare, I apologize. Let me see if I can turn it so the glare isn't there. But there's a lot of energy in this card, and it's a beautiful kind of earthly background to the jasper in the card coming through there, but it's a lot of energy, a lot of earth energy, a lot of understanding your own value, and from that nurturance, that groundedness of understanding your own value, that you're giving out from that to the rest of the world, and you stay in balance by knowing your value and then recognizing it in others, as the card description talked about. So that's a beautiful overall energy that is crowning our reading today. All right. So we'll put these aside. Today I'm using the Star Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. So let's put this card somewhere we can see it a little bit better. All right. So I am going to do a traditional Celtic cross spread for you. I do really like this spread because it brings in a lot of good aspects to focus on. What cards do I need to see in this Celtic cross spread for the sign of Taurus for the month of May? Taurus for the month of May. Sign of Taurus for the month of May. Sign of Taurus for the month of May. What energies do we have coming in for the sign of Taurus for the month of May? That feels good. All right. Wow. Okay. Cool. Got a beautiful outcome card there. So just give me a minute here, Taurus, as I let this kind of all flood in. An overall sense of how this is flowing. My overall sense is that you've been feeling that you have a lot of fire. You've had a lot of fire, a lot of creative energy, a lot of passion, a lot of inspiration in your energy field. But there's also been this call to take a break or sort of rest and change your perspective, or to capitalize more or utilize the energy that is coming up, the creative energy that's coming up, to utilize that better through meditation, or stopping and listening more deeply within, or stopping and shifting your perspective to more perspectives perhaps, or a different perspective. That's the overall feeling I'm getting. So to begin with, as the seeker, you come up as the King of Swords. This card is showing me that you as the seeker are coming in as this energy. So you've been searching for clarity. You've been searching for a way to really be empowered. So it's a king energy, which is a masterful energy. And it is, this card is associated with Aquarius, I believe. So it's a very fixed, which means that it's a sustained energy, and it's mental. So it's mental clarity. So sustained mental clarity is what I would say, that you're coming in with this energy as the seeker. And what crosses you is opportunities, and a lot, it's the Three of Wands, a lot of opportunity, a lot of creative energy, as I was saying, I was feeling for you, that you've had in your energy field, that is definitely coming in very strongly. Clarity and energy, which is a fantastic combination. So this is very positive reading, the way this is all kind of flowing. So I think the lesson, though, well, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll keep going here. So beneath you is the Prince of Swords. And I think this is just speaking to how you realized, actually the feeling I'm getting from this is there's little minutiae in your energy system where you're learning how to take this clarity energy of the king and bring it in little smaller ways all around you in your subconscious mind. That's how I'm feeling about this, in that it's in the beneath position. So the unconscious position, so what you can't fully see, but it's there operating. So I feel like it's like clarity coming in more small ways and minutiae ways into your energy system. So maybe that's something to tune into and invite even. And in the recent past, as I was saying, you had the Ace of Wands. So you had a new creative beginning. You had a lot of new creative energy coming in the recent past. And you have a new love project, or possibly a new romance, but the beginning, this is crowning you. So the Princess of Cups is crowning you in this spread. And I feel like this is like hope for love, whether it's towards something you're doing in work or romantic, but something that feels very hopeful is where you're being guided by this hope. It's crowning you, and it feels like a beginning. It feels like a newer energy, but it's developing, and it has a love quality to it, a magical love quality mixed with hope, mixed with inspiration. And then in the near future, you have the Hanged Man. I feel like this card is inviting you to take a more spiritual, connective measure to your life. This is the pause. This is the, let me just step aside and look at this from a different perspective. That this is something that's growing in you, and I encourage you to take it in more fully, to stop maybe, or turn your perspective around or in a different direction, or just to, as literally as this card says, stand up, hang upside down, to sort of see the world differently. That metaphor of changing your direction so that you can see it differently. So I encourage you to take your creative energy and put it into motion in that way. Or stop the motion to see it in a different way. That's in your near future. So I feel like you've been having that call to do that. So I encourage you to listen to that. So this reading is maybe helping to draw out the clarity of what is happening for you. And so to go in towards that even more. This card just really resonates with that again, which is the Four of Swords. And that very visibly in this card, this person is taking a rest even deep inside the earth, which is so perfect for you, Taurus. And the beginning of our reading with the Gaia card. So taking a rest, connecting to the earth qualities in you that naturally sustain you, that you know in an intuitive way that you come from that energy, that earth energy. And this card is about pause and rest. So looking at it, your energy from a different perspective, but then allowing yourself to also have some rest with that spiritual, new perspective and rest all coming together. Yeah, okay. And then this is your outer environment. Sorry. So this card, this Four of Swords card was in your self position. This is how you are relating to yourself, how you see yourself, how yourself is occurring for you in this moment or in this month. And then the next card is your environment. So the Two of Swords is coming in here as a real boundary, saying, sometimes this card is called the stalemate card, but the Two of Swords here, it feels like, outside world, you're going to get a strong boundary no. You cannot pass. I have busy inner workings going on. So if you've been feeling like this, or you need permission to do this, here it is. And there's new moon energy in this card. If you see it above and below the figure. And it's also like a self-reflective card. You look in the pond or the stream and you see your own reflection. So it's a mirroring and new energy arising from this stopping, from this boundary that you are being called to give to the outer world. It also could very much speak to the pandemic. So, everything is really in a stalemate, and it's an opportunity, though, to go within and to, look at ourselves, our self-reflection more deeply, and create new energies from that opportunity. Your hopes and fears is the World card. I see this more as hopeful that you have a realization that you've completed something and that you're moving into a new energy. But that new energy is not devoid of deep self-knowledge and a deep intuitive connection to your own earth energy, to your soul, to all the journeys you've already taken. So hopes and fears, maybe, you know, the hope that you can trust and bring all of that already journeyed quality of your life to whatever you're creating next. So know that that's a very positive card, in that it's a rich card. It's bringing in so much richness. So hopes, fears, and dreams, you know, it's like this dream, like, can I create something from so much richness within me? Yes, you can. So it's saying, yes, you can. And yes, please focus on that, Taurus. Please focus on the journey that you have taken and all the richness that you can bring. And this is such a beautiful outcome card. So you got the Two of Cups. So I feel like this is definitely the manifestation of this Princess of Cups. So these two, this being this hope that you have crowning you, and then it resulting in coming together in a partnership, whether that's a romantic partnership or a project that has a lot of love in it. And who knows, maybe you could be having both at the same time. And I feel like in these cups that I'm seeing that there's like crystalline energy that's coming up from the cups, from this mutual connection that's cascading up and around and over into more inspiration. So the connection or the partnership or the duality of you and a project, or some coming together of two forces, that there's a lot of self-sustaining energy. So that's really beautiful energy. That's the final outcome of your reading. So I hope that was helpful, Taurus. We could end maybe with one more oracle card just to see advice. Let's see what else we can echo with advice with our oracle deck here. Read the energy. Master Merlin and Mystic Merlin Knight. Read the energy. I'm sorry, let me find my book here and see what this is about a little bit more deeply. 34. It is that we bring you the blessing of reading the energy. We affirm that you have the ability to read energy accurately, and we encourage you to apply your gifts. You didn't have to be in control of the inflow of divine information. When a message or insight comes to you, naturally, this is the best. Simply being open and receptive as you intend to read the energy of the person, place, or situation at hand is enough. Whether you have been reading energetically for years or just beginning your journey in interpreting energetic information, we are here to assist you in becoming confident and trusting in your perceptive abilities. So I would say, as you go within and as you stop and look at things from a more spiritual perspective and you rest, to trust that you can read your own energy and others' energies. Trust that more dynamic quality that you have that can serve you and that can bring in this goodwill card in the beginning. So it's bringing in this input-output, that you're inputting, you know, your own listening, and you're outputting the richness, this world card. You value the richness within yourself, and you value it in others. So that input-output of goodwill. So I hope that is a lovely reading for you, and I hope that it brings a lot of clarity to you, Taurus. If you liked this video, please like so it can be shared with more people who need to hear it, and subscribe if you'd like to hear more videos from Healing in Reach. I wish you a very beautiful Monday. Thank you.